In October 2017, police received a call that seemed ordinary. But what they discovered inside that quiet suburban house would later be described as one of the most disturbing crime scenes officers had ever witnessed. Some of them refused to talk about it. Others quit their jobs. And one officer never entered a basement again. The house stood at the end of Maple Street. Neighbors described it as too quiet. No parties, no visitors, no deliveries. Just a single man who moved in 2 years earlier. His name was Daniel Harper. Daniel was polite, but distant. He avoided eye contact, never smiled, and always seemed to be listening to something no one else could hear. But what disturbed neighbors the most was the sound. Every night at exactly 2:17 a.m., a low metallic banging echoed from somewhere beneath the house. At first, neighbors assumed it was pipes. Old houses make noises, but pipes don't scream. One night, Mrs. Keller, who lived next door, woke up to a sound she would later describe as someone crying for help, very softly. She called the police. They came, knocked. Daniel answered calmly, said he lived alone. Officers left. But something felt wrong. 3 weeks later, a girl went missing. 17-year-old Lena Brooks. Last seen walking home from her part-time job. Security cameras captured her turning onto Maple Street. She was never seen again. The entire town searched. Dogs tracked her scent until it suddenly stopped, right in front of Daniel Harper's house. Police returned, this time with a warrant. Inside the house, everything was spotless, too spotless. No dust, no clutter, no personality. It looked less like a home and more like a staged showroom. Then an officer noticed something strange. The floor in the hallway sounded hollow. Knock, knock, knock. Not concrete, not foundation. Wood, recently installed. Is there a basement? The officer asked. Daniel paused, just for a second, then smiled. Yes. But when they tried opening the basement door, it didn't move. 4 locks, all brand new. Police demanded the keys. Daniel whispered something unexpected. You shouldn't open that. Officers thought it was a threat. It wasn't. It sounded like a warning. When the final lock broke, a smell escaped. Not rot, not mold. Something chemical. Something wrong. Even veteran officers stepped back. The staircase descended into total blackness. Flashlights on. Weapons ready. Each step echoed. But halfway down, they heard it. A faint scratching sound. At the bottom, they found the first room. Empty. Concrete walls. Soundproof padding. Chains bolted into the floor. And then they saw the second door, hidden behind shelving. No handle, only a sliding metal hatch. Like something from a prison. Inside that room was Lena, alive, barely. She blinked at the light like she had forgotten what it was. But Lena wasn't alone. There were signs. At least 3 other people had been there before her. Scratches on walls, Counted days, names carved into concrete. None matched any missing persons reports. Then officers noticed something that made one of them physically gag. A camera, mounted high in the corner, still recording. Upstairs, detectives searched Daniel's computer. What they found turned the case from kidnapping into pure horror. Hundreds of videos, organized by dates, by names, by fear levels. Daniel hadn't just abducted people. He studied them, learned what scared them most. Darkness, isolation, silence. And then, he gave them exactly that. But the worst discovery came last. Blueprints of an expansion. Another basement beneath the basement, already under construction. During interrogation, Daniel finally spoke, calmly, no emotion. Fear is the purest human reaction. I just wanted to understand it. He showed no remorse, no guilt. Psychologists later described him as terrifyingly empty. Lena survived, but she never entered a closed room again, never slept without lights, and never spoke about what happened inside. Because some fears can't be explained. Daniel Harper is serving multiple life sentences. The house was demolished. Yet construction workers reported something strange. Even after the basement was destroyed, they kept hearing knocking from underground. Some believe trauma leaves echoes. Others believe evil does. But the officers who entered that basement agree on one thing. If someone tells you not to open a door, sometimes you should listen.